Hello and welcome to Science Monitor, your favorite weekly news program on science, technology, invention and innovation. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. In today's episode, we will talk about Utsav 2023 organized by Translational Health Science and Technology Institute. We'll also tell you about the National Conference on Geospatial Policy for National Development. There'll be lots more science news, but let's begin with the headlines. National Conference on Geospatial Policy for National Development organized in New Delhi. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh discussed the possibilities and challenges of the sector. Utsav 2023 organized by Translational Health Science and Technology Institute. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh laid the foundation stone of Medical Research Centre and Hospital in the campus. India urged UN member states to remain dedicated to the cause of coastal people. Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences put forth the views in the draft statement of the Convention of United Nations. And demonstration of achievements of CSIR Institute of Himalayan Bioresource Technology under 1 week, 1 lab program. A large number of common people and youth participated in the program, which lasted from 20th to 25th of February 2023. And now the news in detail. Recently, a national conference was organized in New Delhi on Geospatial Policy for National Development. Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, along with officials from the Department of Science and Technology, Department of Space, Geospatial Data Promotion and Development Committee, participated in the conference. The possibilities and challenges of the respective sector were discussed during the conference. A Science Monitor report.
Geospatial data and its related applications have gained importance in modern times. This is evident from the fact that every day as new possibilities arise in the field, new startups are also flourishing. In view of this, the Government of India made several major policy changes in the geospatial sector some time ago. To discuss these changes and the possibilities and problems arising from them, a national conference on geospatial policy for national development was recently organized in New Delhi. Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh was present at the event, along with the Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Dr. S. Chandrasekhar, Secretary of the Department of Space, Dr. S. Somanath, Chairman of the Geospatial Data Promotion and Development Committee, Shri R. S. Sharma, and officials from various departments. Addressing the conference, Union Minister Dr. Singh said that opening up the space sector for private participation in 2020, Drone Amendment Rules 2022 and the National Geospatial Policy 2022 will together give new power to India.
And this geospatial technology is something which is going to make our task easier for this. And therefore, congratulating you once again for having organized this program. I'm sure now we will be able to meet the challenge of living up to this new scenario. We talk of 2047, but I believe we would be much ahead even before that. The way we are moving, and India now one of the fastest moving and fastest growing economy of the world, we are actually making use of many of the technologies not being made use in other countries because they don't have such kind of heterogeneity, they don't have such kind of requirement that we have. We have a large ocean, 7,500 kilometers long.
Under the new geospatial policy, Digital India Land Record Modernization Program, Swamitva Scheme and Amrut Scheme to enable state urban local bodies to prepare their city master plan, infrastructure planning, utility planning, the security and management of environment-sensitive areas, encroachment monitoring, geospatial governance and municipal development have been facilitated.
You also have seen in this sector Unicorn, which is welcome to all of us. I'm sure many more companies will come forward. While the institutional framework is in place now and GDPDC committee is also in place, we do believe that the guidance what we get from this committee will enable us to refine and also go forward. The private sector, which collects, collates and develops geospatial data, has to actively now involve in the process of implementation of the policy for strengthening the geospatial infrastructure of the nation.
This is a great occasion now. The geospatial policy has been one of the best that we ever imagined to come. And timed with that is the opening of the space sector and also new policies which enables the digital transformation of India is coming forward. I think this is something that all of us have been waiting for. Now, timed appropriately when the new generation of India is taking forward this journey of converting India to a digital India.
Geospatial information has an important role in fields ranging from agriculture and environmental protection to electricity, water, transportation, communications and health. Apart from having a huge revenue generation potential, the newly amended geospatial policy will also open huge employment opportunities in the country. The Survey of India will provide a baseline for the collection and collation of data by the private sector to strengthen geospatial infrastructure. The new policy will also help support India's move towards self-reliance.
On February 22nd, Utsav 2023 was organized at the Translational Health Science and Technology Institute, Faridabad, under the Department of Biotechnology. Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, participated in the program as the chief guest. On this occasion, the foundation stone of a medical research center and a hospital was laid in the institute campus. A Science Monitor report.
The Translational Health Science and Technology Institute, Faridabad, recently held a celebration in the form of the Thirsty Utsav 2023. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh arrived as the chief guest in the program. A large number of officials associated with the institute participated in the event, where the scientific achievements and vision of the institute were unveiled. SASTI, an autonomous institute of the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, has achieved some important scientific milestones through its research and development work. Dr. Jitendra Singh also noted that the kind of research being done at the institute is even being appreciated at the international level.
We would, for the timing, as long as the new recruitment is pending, we would try to shift from the other places also. And to make it more lucrative, also try to bring in startups. Startups who work in an atmosphere of synergy between research, academics, livelihood and industry. All of them equally integrated right from the beginning. So that it's a sustainable startup, a sustainable research. And translational research is the research which could be applied in our clinical working. And that's only possible when we closely integrate. We have a huge number of groups dealing in metabolic disorders, particularly in South India, even in the private sector. We have Mohan's group there. So since I am associated with most of them, we would also like to, I will also make a conscious effort to get them integrated, because this is one of the most pioneer institutes, at least in the government sector. And therefore, we need to move on together for better outcomes as we move forward. I'm sure, as Rajesh was saying, this is an institute which is young, of course, but it has much to celebrate.
On the occasion, the Union Minister also laid the foundation stone of a medical research center, which will be a 50-bedded hospital that will be useful for the conduct of observational cohort studies and phase 1 and 2 clinical trials in the future. The center will give a big push to the research programs of the institute. Scientists at the institute made major contributions to the research and development of vaccines and other scientific solutions during the COVID pandemic. Apart from the union ministers, officials of the Department of Biotechnology, the executive director of the institute, and many other dignitaries participated in the Thirsty Utsav 2023.
मेडिकल रिसर्च सेंटर एक सर थोड़ा सा नॉवल आइडिया है, बट ये पहले से THSTI के मैंडेट में कैबिनेट नोट में लिखा हुआ था कि THSTI जो ट्रांसलेशनल हेल्थ साइंस है वो हम अपने प्रोडक्ट जो बनाएंगे, चाहे वो वैक्सीन हो, चाहे मॉलिक्यूल्स हो, चाहे डायग्नोस्टिक्स हो, हमारे पास अगर अपनी मेडिकल फैसिलिटी होगी, मेडिकल सेंटर होगा जो कि एक रिसर्च सेंटर होगा, तो हम वो चीज़ें वहाँ टेस्ट कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ऑब्जर्वेशनल कोहॉर्ट स्टडीज़ एंड फेज़ 1 फेज़ 2 क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स. हमने प्रोविजन भी रखा है सर ह्यूमन चैलेंज मॉडल, जैसे कोविड के टाइम में बात हुई थी कि ह्यूमन चैलेंज मॉडल, बहुत क्विकली वी कैन इवैल्यूएट अ वैक्सीन।
The Translational Health Science and Technology Institute has done great work in many areas of research and development in maternal child health, vaccine development, and anti-tuberculosis and anti-dengue therapeutic molecules. The institute has world-class facilities like a BSL-3 laboratory, an experimental animal facility, a large biorepository, and state-of-the-art equipment for molecular research.
Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, addressed the Convention of the United Nations held recently. India urged the member states of the United Nations to remain dedicated to the conservation and protection of biodiversity, sustainable economic development, and the well-being of coastal people under the UN Convention on the Law of Sea. The Science Monitor report is giving more information about the draft statement.
The use of oceans and their wealth is considered very important for sustainable economic development, with the whole world looking to harness this. For this, changes are constantly being made to the rules and policies for the use of oceanic wealth, and the conservation of ocean biodiversity is a very important aspect of this. To overcome challenges related to this, a round of national jurisdiction negotiations is underway. Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, recently represented India and presented a draft statement for the early conclusion of the international legally binding instrument, Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction, that is BBNJ, under the United Nations Conventions on the Law of Sea, that is UNCLOS. Presenting the draft statement, Dr. Singh urged UN member states to stay dedicated to the conservation and preservation of the oceans and their biodiversity, as well as to support sustainable economic development and the well-being of coastal people under UN clause. He also supported the early conclusion of an internationally legally binding instrument under UN clause.
India's approach under Prime Minister Modi as far as the biodiversity management is concerned is quite congruent with the three globally accepted principles, namely A, conservation, B, sustainable usage, and C, equitable benefit sharing. And therefore, our national legislative framework, the Biodiversity Act of 2002, bears witness to these values. India is also determined to support all the endeavors of all the global organizations that work towards the shared objective of achieving a robust and an effective agreement on the protection and sustainable use of marine biodiversity in areas beyond national jurisdiction.
During the discussions, the member nations expressed their views on many international issues. While significant progress was made on many major topics, in some cases like funding, intellectual property rights, and institutional mechanisms, the talks are still going on. Biodiversity in areas beyond national jurisdictions is an important resource to be derived from oceans, and more than 60% of it is yet to be managed and regulated due to the lack of a legal framework that prioritizes conservation. However, the minister insisted that India's approach to biodiversity management is congruent with the three globally accepted principles of conservation, sustainable usage, and equitable benefit sharing.
Under the 1 week, 1 lab campaign launched by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research in January, every week in a sequential manner, one of the CSIR laboratories is showcasing its technologies and innovations. From 20th to 25th of February 2023, the Institute of Himalayan Bioresource Technology, Palampur, demonstrated its important scientific achievements. A large number of common people and students participated in the program organized at the institute. A Science Monitor report.
The 1 week, 1 lab campaign was started by CSIR on the suggestion of Dr. Jitendra Singh, Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, with the aim of motivating the young generation of the country and showcasing the achievements of innovators. Under this campaign, 37 CSIR laboratories and institutes spread across the country are showcasing their unique innovations and technological achievements every week in a sequential manner. In this sequence, the Institute of Himalayan Bioresource Technology organized an exhibition from 20th to 25th of February in Palampur. The event showcased developments related to catalyzing economic growth through startups and entrepreneurs, making India self-reliant through farmer empowerment, promotion of waste management in colder regions, and women's empowerment. Exhibitions were organized on different days based on themes like innovation for better health, the role of artificial intelligence and machine learning in agriculture, and strengthening local connectivity. The different exhibits saw the enthusiastic participation of people.
ये जो कार्यक्रम है ये हमारे माननीय जो साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के मिनिस्टर हैं डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह जी, ये उनकी एक अवधारणा थी कि लैब का जितना भी एक्टिविटीज़ हैं, जितनी भी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ हैं, वो जनमानस तक पहुँचे। तो उन टेक्नोलॉजीज़ को जनमानस तक पहुँचाने के लिए 1 वीक 1 लैब का प्रोग्राम IHBT में आयोजित किया गया और ये प्रोग्राम 20 तारीख से शुरू होकर 25 तारीख तक रहेगा, जिसमें हमारे किसान मित्र, उद्यमी, स्टार्टअप्स, विद्यार्थीगण और आम जनता ये सब आके हमारी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ के बारे में जान सकते हैं। फ्लोरिकल्चर मिशन के अंदर हमने करीब 700 हेक्टेयर कवर किया है। 2000 किसान इसके साथ जुड़े हुए हैं हमारे इस मिशन के साथ, और साथ साथ एक हमारा इसमें मिशन ये भी है कि करीब 200 स्कूल में जाके फ्लोरिकल्चर के बारे में लोगों को जागरूक करें, विद्यार्थियों को बताएं और अध्यापकों को बताएं। साथ ही साथ इस मिशन के अंदर हम कई जगह लोगों को इसकी चीज़ें भी डिस्प्ले करते हैं। जैसे आप कई एयरपोर्ट पे देखेंगे वर्टिकल गार्डन, कई आप सरकारी दफ्तरों में देखेंगे वर्टिकल गार्डन। साथ ही साथ इसके अंदर हम कुछ स्टार्टअप्स और उद्यमियों को भी हम एक नई दिशा और नई तकनीकों के बारे में जानकारी दे रहे हैं। साथ साथ कुछ क्रॉप्स जैसे ट्यूलिप्स हैं, लिलियम हैं, ऐसी क्रॉप जो बड़ी हाई वैल्यूड क्रॉप है और जिनकी प्रोडक्शन टेक्नोलॉजी इंडिया में नहीं थी और इनके लिए हम विदेशों पर निर्भर थे, ऐसी सारी चीज़ों को भी हम देश में लेकर आए हैं इस फ्लोरिकल्चर मिशन के माध्यम से।
During its 4 decades of existence, the premier institute of CSIR, IHBT, has made significant achievements in developing technologies through its various R&D activities. This includes the cultivation of flower and aromatic plants like tea, saffron, asafoetida in hilly regions of the country. The institute today has facilities like state-of-the-art laboratories, an internationally recognized botanical museum, and a pilot plant to process herbs and produce essential oils. Thanks to the continuous efforts of IHBT scientists, entrepreneurship has been promoted by strengthening agricultural production in high-altitude mountainous areas. Various varieties of Kangra tea, promotion of wild marigold cultivation, cultivation of saffron outside Kashmir, and efforts to indigenously cultivate imported produce like asafoetida are some important milestones that have transformed bioresources into bioeconomy in the inaccessible hilly areas of the country. At the 1 week 1 lab exhibition, IHBT introduced people to all such technologies.
मैं ये भी कहना चाहूँगा कि नई चीज़ें यहाँ पर देखने को आज मिली हैं। ट्यूलिप्स जो कि पहले कहा जाता था कि किसी और प्रदेश में ही हो सकते हैं, यहाँ पर नहीं हो, तो यहाँ पर IHBT ने एक ट्यूलिप गार्डन इस्टेब्लिश किया है, जो मुझे लगता है कि एक बहुत अच्छी पहल है। और सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि पालमपुर में आए हुए टूरिस्ट के लिए ये खुला है। यहाँ पर टूरिस्ट आकर इस ट्यूलिप गार्डन को देख सकते हैं, सराह सकते हैं। टूरिस्ट के अलावा जो स्थानीय जनता है वो भी आप यहाँ पर आकर इसका लुत्फ उठा सकती है। और मुझे लगता है कि जो कार्य यहाँ पर किए जा रहे हैं उसके लिए हमें IHBT का बहुत धन्यवाद भी करना चाहिए। और आपसे हम लोगों ने आज ये भी चर्चा की है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एडवांटेज IHBT के पालमपुर में होने की हमें लेनी चाहिए। सरकार भी आपसे मिलजुल कर इस पर काम करेगी। हिमाचल प्रदेश की जो नई सरकार बनी है वो आपके साथ मिलकर इस पर काम करना चाहेगी, ताकि आने वाले जो हमारे जनरेशन्स हैं उनको बहुत इसका फ़ायदा मिल सके।
IHBT CSI फ्लोरिकल्चर मिशन के तहत हमें फ्लावर्स दिए गए थे लास्ट ईयर और हमने उस बेसिस पे एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था। लास्ट टाइम हमने ट्यूलिप और ग्लैडुलस लगाए थे और हमारे साथ अराउंड 20 से करीब फार्मर जुड़े हैं। फ्लोरिकल्चर की वजह से हमें फ्लावर बेचने का भी मौका मिला और अराउंड 4 to 5 लाख का इनकम आया है। और इस साल हम लोग लिलियम और ग्लैडुलस के बजाय हम ट्यूलिप का भी एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हैं। एक ट्यूलिप गार्डन भी हमने शुरू किया है। तो हमने ट्यूलिप बाहर इन हाउस भी लगाया है, ग्रीन हाउस में, और आउटडोर भी लगाया है। इस बार हम लोग लद्दाख में पहली बार एक फ्लोरिकल्चर शॉप भी खुला है और हमारे साथ जो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के लेडीज़ जुड़े हैं वो लोग मार्केट में भी सेल करते हैं और हम लोग यही उम्मीद करते हैं कि फ्लोरिकल्चर और CSI की तरफ से हमें हमेशा सहयोग मिले।
IHBT's efforts to connect scientists in the laboratory to people in the field has been a huge success. Through its initiatives, the institute has developed more fertile varieties of plants and technology to transport region-specific crops to other places, as well as to bring them to the farmers' fields. The institute is also working to connect farmers, train them, and make their products available in the market. The 1 week, 1 lab campaign will further strengthen the synergy between science and society.
And now let's take a look at some of the latest developments around the world related to science and technology in our special segment, Science Express.
The Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, addressed the National Consultation Meeting on Biomanufacturing to build a draft policy framework on biomanufacturing held in New Delhi recently. The Union Minister said that India envisions green growth in the coming Amrit Kal, and this calls for a systematic approach for the implementation of robust bio-based eco-friendly solutions to further boost the ongoing economic growth of our nation. Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary of the Department of Biotechnology, also addressed the meeting. He said that in line with the vision of making India a net zero carbon economy by 2070, there is a need for a paradigm shift towards a bio-based circular carbon economy through biomanufacturing. India's bioeconomy is set to touch $300 billion by 2030, and with its growing innovation and scientific temper, India is set to join the global wave of a new industrial revolution. A study conducted by the Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology, an autonomous institute of the Department of Science and Technology, has found that Garcinia pedunculata, a medicinal plant found in Assam, can protect from heart disease. The plant is known as Boitakera in Assamese. The medicinal plant is traditionally forbidden to be eaten raw. The study found that the use of the dried pulp of the ripe fruit reduces the indicators of heart enlargement and free radicals in the body, oxidative stress and inflammation of the heart. Scientists fed a double dosage of bioactive chloroform fraction, that is GC, of the herb to Wistar rats and assessed its therapeutic effect, which was successful at the laboratory level. The sun-dried pieces of the ripe fruit have been used for food and medicinal purposes for long. It is known to have therapeutic properties such as anti-inflammatory, anthelmintic, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-diabetic, hypolipidemic, nephroprotective, and even neuroprotective activity.
That is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically. Bye for now.